In our hands is the greatest power of our day, gold. In 2 days we can procure from our storehouses any quantity we may please. You hear that? In 2 days they can procure from their storehouses, not from their safes, but their storehouses. Storehouses is like where you store your grain and your crops and that. So can you imagine how big these storehouses are and how much gold they've got? They said within 2 days the Illuminati can procure from our storehouses any quantity we may please. It says our authority will be glorious because it will be all powerful, will rule and guide and not muddle along after leaders or orators, shrieking themselves hoarse with senseless words which they call great principles and which are nothing else to speak honestly but utopia. Our authority will be the crown of order, and in that is included the whole happiness of man, so they say. Demons, boy. Protocol number 23. Reduction of the manufacture of articles of luxury, small master production, unemployment, prohibition of drunkenness, killing out of the old society and its resurrection in a new form, the chosen one of the Most High. And Protocol 24, you know what Protocol 24 is? Confirming the roots of King David. And they could never confirm that because none of them go back to the tribe of Judah. Training of the king, setting aside the direct heirs, the king and the three of his sponsors. The king is fate, irreproachability of exterior morality of the king of the Jews. In our day, all the governments of the entire world are consciously or unconsciously submissive to the commands of this great super government of Zion, which are these Zionists, these Khazar Jews, yeah? Because all the bonds and securities are in its hands. You hear that? Because remember, governments issues bonds to get a loan. So it's like an IOU it gives you, and then you loan in that money. And that IOU says, if I don't pay that money, then you can take X amount of property. It's like a secured loan against your house. Like you get a loan against your house, if you don't pay back the loan, they take the house. Same thing. You don't pay back the loan, they take your country. So it says, in our day, all the governments of the entire world are consciously or unconsciously submissive to the commands of this great super government of Zion, because all the bonds and securities are in its hands. For all countries are indebted to the Jews for sums which they will never be able to pay. All affairs, industries, commerce, diplomacy are in the hands of Zion, which are the so-called Jews. It is by means of its capital loans that it has enslaved all nations, which I said to you earlier. By keeping education on purely materialistic lines, the Jews have loaded the Gentiles with heavy chains with which they have harnessed them to their super government. It says, he that has ears, let him hear. And it is only now, when I fear it may be too late, that I have succeeded in publishing my work. This is this book, basically, they're talking about. So just cap up on that, and I'll just quote you one scripture from the Bible. Okay. This is Revelations chapter 12. We'll start at verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child. And the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she is nourished for a time, and times a half a time from the face of the serpent. Then the woman that the great eagle is taken, the woman represents the true Israelites, the children of Israel. Yeah? So when it says, and to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness and into her place where she is nourished for a time and times a half. That was us taking on our slave ships into slavery, where we spent over 250 years, 400 years in slavery in the Americas, because this great eagle, which represents the Americas, were the ones that had to feed us, clothe us and house us during that slavery time. But like I said to you, when it says woe, that means destruction to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, which is the Illuminati, the devil is who? The protocols of the learned elders of Zion, the Illuminati, has but a very short time. And he's going to come down having great wrath because he knows that. I said, this is part of Satan's plan. Remember what I said? The spiritual angel Satan works for the Most High. But his physical counterpart is who? Esau, the Edomites, so-called white people that roam the earth, Caucasians that roam the earth today. Not all of them, but the majority of them. Because some of those Edomites, some of those white Caucasian people are going to be Israelites, are going to go back to the tribe of Israel. And some of them would also belong to other nations, but look white. But the majority of them are Edomites. The elitists, the ones that rule, the ones that run these secret societies are Esau and his workers. It's like having a queen and a worker bees, or the queen ant and a worker ants. So, on that note, in the name of Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Shalom brothers, and double honors to the elders of GMS.